Okay, so now on to our next set of tests. We're going to do a cultivate and plant, but we're first going to obviously change the settings in the game. So we're not going to plow and not going to fertilize. So we're just going to plant for a base number, same as on top. And then we're going to see the difference between that and this, and between this and the rest. Okay, so let's do that. First of all, I think what we might want to do, just to be sure that everything is set and ready, is we'll switch this to on and we'll make it 3-stage, save the game, yes, and then we'll just reload the game, guys, just to be sure. So I'll do that off screen, and then when we're back inside I will continue. Alright. Okay guys, we are back in the game, and we've reloaded the game with this new options. I don't know if it was necessary to reboot the game, but anyways, I just did that anyway. So now we got periodic plowing and fertilizer stage set at 3. Now, to be honest with you, Farmer Bob has never used this, nor that. So it's going to be a first time for me, so don't laugh, please. I don't know how it works. So it's going to be fun trying and see what it does. The only thing being, I know that you have to fertilize 3 times, obviously, before you harvest your crop. And I can only assume that it's got to do with your fertilizing states, because now look at it, everything needs plowing. All right, and our first stripe, as you can see, is already fertilized, so that doesn't need plowing according to this. But we've already planted a harvest in there, so I don't know what to do. Maybe we should just let the days run by a bit to see if this changes color, because that's why there's the 3 colors, I assume. Fertilized is green. No, blue is fertilized. So I assume that's 1, 2, and 3 stages. So that's the only thing I can think of, guys. Now, let's just have a look. So what I'm going to do, let's forward about 3 days and see what happens. Obviously I'm going to do the same thing. We haven't got anything planted now, so it doesn't really matter. Is it? We just give it time to just update the map. There's 1 day gone by, and it's a cloudy day. So let's go on there to 1900 hours. There's a 2nd day gone by. Just want to have a look at the map now. What does it do here to our fertilizer? Nothing. I wonder if we should just forward like 5 days and see what happens. Let me just do that. Right, so let's start counting there. This is our first day. There is our first day gone. Our 2nd day gone. Our 3rd day gone. Our 4th day gone. Our 5th day gone. I'm gonna let it do 6 days, guys, just for fun. There you go, there's 6 days now. And let's just see what happened to the fertilizer. Oh, our field is still fertilized, guys, so I think we probably have to just plant a crop and harvest it, obviously, just to have an idea. I'm just going to make sure it is to the end of the map as usual. No, man, Farmer Bob, you are crazy. Look at that. The brown, sorry guys, I didn't see that. You see what I mean? This is still from the fertilizer that we sprayed on the ground, the overspray. But the brown is our actual our corner of our field is there. So yeah, no, we are safe. It's not fertilized. Alright, because if I walk here to the actual corner of the field, you will notice that I'm now in the brown. So we are definitely there. Alright, so we're safe, guys. That's all I wanted for our test to start, is to have a base where we know the field is not fertilized. Because our first test, obviously, plow, fertilize, we don't do those. So we're only going to cultivate, plant, and then see what it brings up. Alright, so yeah, without further ado, into our cultivator. And let's get going, guys. Alright, I had to just quickly make a change here on my steering wheel. So there we go, guys. That's better again. Line up nicely. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I don't want to do two things. So if we mess up, we have to do a lot of stuff to get back to where we were. Let's just save game there as well, just for the fun of it. Righty then. So it's cultivate and then it's planting. So let us just jump to our seeder. Here we go. Get that rolling. These guys keep planting the road signs, and our farmer Bob just keeps driving them out of the ground. It's like a vicious cycle, guys. Okay, so we're still on wheat. Everything is still the same. Let's just carry on. Obviously I'll time lapse this so you don't have to sit through it. Leave the sitting to me. Okay guys, don't know if you've watched all of that, but it's wonderful. We've got our thing in the ground here. So I'm going to save my game just to be sure. And then also, okay, right, so we are ready for the next day. It's 7:23, so we're going to forward 12-hour shifts again. Here's our first one, and Fleal is on sale if you're interested. Big demand for straw pallets. One day is gone. So that was one day. We have to watch our fertilizer now. That is what I want to check. So we have done one day. Oh, you see, it needs fertilizer, guys. So, this is now where the test becomes interesting. Do we do this now with 3 stages? We might have to add a few tests to this whole equation. So the question is, are we going to do that now, or are we going to do it later on? I'm just thinking now. Oh, but mind you, this first one is a base. We don't have fertilizer. We don't want to fertilize on this one. We don't fertilize on this first one. We just cultivate and plant for a base test. Alright, sorry man. Farmer Bob is getting confused with his own tests, guys. Alright, so let's just continue to the next day. There you go. Oh, our crop is ready, man. Just want to make sure as well. So it took 2 days I'm sure on the other cycle it took 3 days for the crop to grow. But anyways, doesn't matter. We still haven't got any fertilizer in. And it doesn't show that it needs plowing at the moment. Although periodic plowing is enabled. But anyways, let's just get this crop off. Which might be a problem, guys. Because we actually want to have a test without it need to be plowed, where it actually needs to be plowed. That is what we're actually trying to achieve with this testing, you know. So obviously I restarted the game, so now I have to just load all these courses for these vehicles. This is the harvester. In here to the first waypoint and get cracking. Okay, so while the harvester is harvesting, let's quickly just see our next test will be plowing. So we're gonna get the plow to jump in first. Oh, but I first want to just check now behind us. Oh my word, can you see what I see, guys? We're actually gonna waste this crop because now the field is turned red, which means that it's in need of plowing. So we're just gonna chuck this away and scrap this test and start all over with a new one. Which means that we can put the fertilizer, the cultivator in directly behind again, you know. That is what this means. So that was just a crop to reset the field. Basically, is what we've done. Nearest first drive. I think the amount will be very interesting to see as well, because basically what we've done here is we've done another test further down the line, I think, where we just where we've plowed, we've fertilized. No, we haven't fertilized. We've plowed and we cultivate and seed it. Let's not worry about that. Let's just do our own tests. $3747. Does that ring any bells, guys? It surely does ring some bells. Oh my gosh. It does ring some nice bells, guys. The Ploughing is back. Hey, Bob has just arrived, guys. Hey, Farmer Bob has just arrived. There you go. So now, I could have put the seeder on already. Doesn't matter. I don't want to get too many things here. Definitely, the crops is definitely growing faster on this setting because it's now the 7 o'clock at night cycle, whereas in the previous games the crops wasn't ready until the 7 o'clock morning cycle. So it looks like it's 12 hours earlier by the looks of it, guys. Difference between the I'll just switch off this machine, put the pipe back, and let's just dump our seed. Let's put this away. Oh no, I drive over the field. Hey, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, guys. Farmer Bob wasn't thinking. 747. Luckily I don't have crop destruction or any of those things loaded, so. Alright, our seeder. Let's get that into the ground. What I think I want to do is I want to Is it going to make a difference when we plant it? I don't really think so. I just feel better if we plant it in the morning, you know, than planting it at night. For some reason, in my mind, it just feels nicer to plant in the morning than at night. What to do? No, there's no harm. Let's just forward to the next day, guys. There we go. That feels much better. Just want to check our state of field. It's not plowed. Alright, so that is what we want. No plowing. So we just fertilized. Mind you, I can actually have a look here. It should show cultivated. Yes, you see it is cultivated. Just to verify, guys. Okay, field 20 sowing, drive next waypoint, first waypoint. Right, there you go. Okay, while that is doing, we might as well quickly empty our truck. If we go now to our state, you'll see it is growing, so we are definitely in business, guys. Once again, consistency, that is what gives us that very good results. I mean, my word, 747, 3747 on the liter again. It is awesome. Alright guys, so now we are ready for our next day. Hopefully the sun will keep shining. But I mean, we've already ruled out the effect of weather in this type of game setup. We're not running seasons where the weather definitely has an effect on your crops. So it actually just makes it so much more realistic, and our test, I mean, makes it so much more perfect. If we were to run seasons, there were too many variables that would have thrown out off our tests. Right guys, so let's forward time again. This time we're also not going to fertilize, guys. Remember, we're on growth, soil composition. We're not. This is the actual test that we want to do, our first one. So our base test, basically. So yeah, we're not fertilizing. Right, wait for the map update. There it comes. Nice. So that's one day gone. You agree with me? And then now, oh, it's raining. And there it is. Seven o'clock in the morning. Let's wait for it. So it's 2 days. I think maybe Farmer Bob was just confused. It wasn't 3 days on the other one. It was still 2 days. So yeah, without further ado, let's get our crop off the field. Farmer Bob, there you take out another road sign. These guys must be really getting tired about you. Just damaging all their road signs all the time. Farmer Bob doesn't really worry too much, because when he wipes his eyes out, then the next thing, the road sign is back. My gosh. Alright. Right, so while the harvester is going, our next test, is going to definitely involve plowing. So I'll get our plow ready so long. This is 9 k's an hour, so we have to obviously give him a little bit of head start. There we go. Vroom. Like how this thing starts up, hey guys, very nice. Yeah, no, I think this is alright. Nice. It hasn't gone far ahead yet, but I'll reverse a little bit. Fuel plowing, start at the first waypoint. We bring up our big map, we can see where he is. It's about 3/4 of the way, so yeah, let's go for it. Let us go for it, guys. Yeah, very nice. So this is our base test without plowing. No plowing involved. Cultivating and planting is the only thing we've done here. This is interesting stuff, guys. 3406 for the first time in the game. We have a different, totally different measurement. 3406. That is very interesting, guys. 3406. While this is offloading, let's check our spreadsheet. So that one is 3406. Don't know if you realize that it is now, even without the plowing, suddenly we get out less than with this one. Wow, this is strange. Strangely stuff is happening. So now we're going to do plowing, just no fertilizing, to see what difference plowing makes. Alright, so we are doing the plowing now to check it out. 3406. I'm amazed. I'm really amazed. So it seems to me, if we now take our Boeing number 3747 and deduct 10% of that, what do we end up with, guys? Just want to see where our tractor is now. He's on his way back, so let's leave it there. I'll time lapse this a bit for us. Okay guys, what I've done now is I have gone and I've taken this 3406, just for interest's sake, I've minused it from the 3747 and divided the result into that times by 100, and you get 10%, which means we should see the same result now. When we do the plowing, we should be back at 3747 once we've done this plowing. It's going to be interesting, guys, that's all I can say. So it seems the game deducts off your crop if you don't plow in this setup, if you use the periodic plowing setup and fertilizing setup. Yeah, which is, I must say, fairly interesting. So it's much less work at the end of the day to select just the normal no periodic plowing and one stage fertilizing setup. Okay guys, I just want to do the normal quick fix here. What we actually could have done in the start is just never bothered about that and just let it every time leave that little place there, it will still give you exactly the same result. But my problem with that is then we will have something to be skeptical about, you know, and I don't like that. That is just how I am. I like things to be right. Right. So now, not too sure where this waypoint now is, but I think it's somewhere there. Should be there. Right, good stuff guys. As usual, back on track. Good guys, so now we have done that. It's now fully plowed. We should now have a very happy field there in our field setup. You see, it's now not red anymore, so our first lane is now nice and open, so we can jump in with our, just see, we've now plowed. We're not going to fertilize, so we're just going to cultivate. Cultivate is our next machine. Here it is. And right behind that we're going to throw in cedar. Oh my gosh, I think I drove over a rock. No, I didn't. It's just the way this thing like wiggles. Farmer Bob, what are you doing? Trying to just sort of align this thing for horseplay. Right, there's the cultivator. So we're plowing, we're cultivating with no fertilizer. You saw that there's no fertilizer, it's brown. Alright. Excellent. Let's just jump into our cedar. Once again the wheat is selected and ready to roll. Great man, let's do it. There we go. Great guys, wonderful man. So now we just need to grow this crop. We're not having any fertilizer on this. Just to verify, just cultivate and plow and plant. Alright, good stuff. Good, so let's forward today. There you go. Great demand for sunflowers. Just want to check for interest sake. Yeah, no fertilizer still. Not as if that will magically appear. But yeah, just want to see for interest sake what's spotting. Okay, another round. It was now 24 hours. We've added the ploughing stage now. for interest's sake. And what is interesting to me, you can agree we had three sets of 12 hours, so it's 36 hours and our crop is ready, which is very interesting. If we didn't plow, it was 4 stages of 12 hours, 48 hours before our crop is ready. So plowing not only makes your crop get ready faster, yeah, but it's supposed to give you more. Let's have a look if it's true, guys. This is very interesting. I didn't know that. So it grows faster if you plant, if you plow as well. See, that's why I like to have like same conditions every time. Start at the same time, end at the same time, roughly. So you can make this kind of assumptions, you know. Now we see that suddenly it's a little bit earlier, you know. 12 hours earlier when the crop is ready. That is amazing. Now we're going to see if that 10% is coming into play. That's going to be where the cookie crumbles, guys. That's going to be very interesting. Let's just see what this is not. Oh, this is Kevin. Let's see what Kevin can do. Look at his gumboots. He's got his gumboots on today, guys. Wonderful. So have a quick harvest before bedtime. Well, guys, was there any other doubt? Was there ever any doubt? Farmer Bob, you are so amazing. Look at what you've done now. You've made everyone think about it. Look at that. So guys, if you don't plow in this option or this setup, then you lose 10% of your crop. It's not that you don't that you actually almost just dip this. So it means that you actually lose your crop. Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that totally crazy? Well, we are doing some seriously good work here, guys, to tell you the truth. I just want to put the truck back where it was because it worked best this site. $3,747. We are back at our favorite Ploughing. 3747. Let's just put that testing there. 3747. Excellent. So our difference now between the two is 3747 minus 3406. 3406 equals 341, and divide that by 3406. It's 10%, guys, times 100 gives you 10%. Alright, there you have it on screen. It's 10%. Oh my gosh. Alright, so that is where your 10% is coming in, guys. 10% that you lose if you don't plow. So every time you don't plow in this setup with periodic plowing, you lose 10% of your crop. My word. Alright. So that was surely interesting, Farmer Bob. Now next test, guys, next test. Our next test is going to be plowing, fertilizing, and then planting. Right, so let's do that. Plowing first. Look at Susie relaxing there. It looks like she's lying in this armchair. on the beach chair with soda on the hand. It's so funny. Oh my word. All relaxed. Very focused on that ploughing. It's really like sitting skewed, like in a laid back, relaxing position there. Great man, guys. Good, so that's all done. Nice and neat. This is Jim Boy, and he is like serious man, eh? He knows what he's doing. Okay guys, so now we've done the ploughing. We should show brown again there by the map. So we've taken away the red, so we've got brown now, which means we are ready now for fertilizing. But in this test we're going to fertilize, so that's our next job, is to fertilize. But instead of fertilizing now, I want to just forward time, because I want to get to the same day scenario again, because we're at night now. Okay, let's do that then. Right, same day, so now we can do the fertilizing, guys. Here we go. Oh, look at Farmer Bob. He parked a bit too deep into this parking spot. Get this boykie nicely aligned here. Right guys, and now we should change from brown to blue, and this is where it's going to be interesting, because we now want to do the 3-stage fertilizing. And I suppose it will, I don't know what it's going to change to, we'll see now. The proof is in the pudding. It's definitely accepting the fertilizer because the ground color is changing. And here where we've done millions of fertilizing, obviously it won't change there anymore. So now let's go and have a look. Yeah. Okay, so that's the light blue color. So that's that first one. So yeah, it's starting to make a bit of sense. Let's have a look. 3-stage fertilizing. So what we're going to do then, if it means that if it does go in 36 hours, we'll have to fertilize in 12-hour intervals. So yeah, we're going to just have to do it that way and see. 12 hours fertilize, 12 hours fertilize, and then just see what the outcome is. That's my thinking, guys. Of course, it's no need to go and fertilize a crop that's already been or that's almost ready to be harvested, you know. Let's just fold up our little crop sprayer. Very nice, nice job, put. Very nice job, well done. You can widen and smaller, make your wheels wider and smaller by just dragging your left mouse button, and I believe if you do the front, the horizontal, the vertical movement with your mouse, you set the height for spray. So yeah, but like I explained earlier on, it's for different purposes like wind or other kinds of stuff. Alright, so there we have it, guys. One set of field is first stage fertilized. By the looks of it, the first blue. Alright, so now we are ready to plant. And that we are definitely going to do without waiting too much or wasting any time. We will be going in there. Seed it please. Right, and once it's seeded, we're going to forward 12 hours and then give it another seed and then do 12 hours and give it another, not seed, fertilize, I mean, just to get to see how this thing operates. Like I said earlier on, guys, Farmer Bob has never used this option, so I'm really not sure what I'm doing. Nothing is changing there while sowing, which is supposed to be, probably supposed to be like that. Right, but we'll see now when we forwarded to 12 hours what is happening. Right, guys, we are ready, man. We are ready to rock and roll. So on this test, we're skipping the cultivating stage. So we've done the plowing, we've done the fertilizing, and we've done the planting. So now back to our game, and we're going to forward 12 hours. It's now 8 o'clock exactly. So now forward to 4. 20 hours, 3 hours to 4. Hope it didn't make a difference, guys. I don't see anything changing here, but let us just put sprayer over and see what happens. So, like I said, I'm not too sure how these things work, but worth trying. It can't hurt. Must probably just do the reverse side, you know. That will really help a lot. One thing about this crop sprayer, it doesn't really have rear lights. I haven't seen any rear lights on it. Right, guys, first waypoint, and there you go. So if I'm correct, I can actually see change in the ground color where it is actually spraying. So we should then now see, yes, there you go, a different color. A different color. That's our second stage. Alright, so that does actually work, guys. Does actually work. So you're going to have to do it in 3 8-hour stages. Definitely. So no sleep for the guy who uses this stage, because you're going to have to do one in the middle of the night. Oh my gosh. Unless you do... No, it doesn't. You're going to have to do one at night. There's just no other way. It's every 12 hours. There's no way to do it otherwise. Right guys, so now forward till 8 o'clock again. I have to be careful now. So I have to check my plant growth as well. I don't want to spray it. It is, by the looks of it, on the second stage. So yeah, it might be on our third stage. So the first one is that, 2, 3 stages, 4 stages of growing. So it looks like we're safe, guys. So let us forward 12 hours and have a look. That's 8 hours. So I just want to stop here and see on our growth. There is another stage of growth that's come in. Now you see we're now on that stage by the look of it, on the growing. So I wonder, should we push and let's look at our fertilizing thing. It is now blue, that one. So if we do another one now, sorry guys, I keep on pressing the wrong buttons. Let's just start a first bit and see if it changes color. Look at the ground color. Yep, it does change color, so it's accepting the fertilizer, which should then now be changing to the dark blue. And it does. Alright. Okay, that's it. That's our 3 fertilizing stages done. Yeah. By the looks of the growing stages, if you look at the growing stages, it means there's 4 growing stages. So you'll probably want to spray it on each of those colors, just to be safe, you know. Oh, very good, very good. I must say it's the first time I'm using this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. I hope it's interesting to you as well. Some people might be very bored at this stage, you know. But to me, I love to know how things work, guys. I love it. It's just, knowledge is so precious, you know. You can't buy it. Well, you can actually buy knowledge. Pay for a course somewhere and then you get it. So yeah, it's not unpurchasable. You can buy it. I mean, for most people, you can just look around yourself, learn and be observant, and yeah, you'll be alright without worrying too much. Okay guys, now for this last thing, let's just forward. Just want to go just a few hours like that, just see what happens. Where are we in the growing? The growing. It's difficult to say what type of green. It does look like that third one, so we can just push it through. 1900, that's sure. There you go. So on the, if you do the 3-stage fertilizing, it actually expands your crop again to do 4 sets of 12 hours instead of just 3. That's interesting, eh? Very interesting. Alright, without further ado, let's just jump in here. Do our quick harvest before the sun sets, and then tomorrow morning we'll start a new day with a new test. But for today we just want to check this out, see what is potting. Harvester is empty, so yeah, all our results will be great. Nice. So now we've done the ploughing, we've done the fertilizing, 3 stages, and we have done the no cultivating, ploughing, fertilizing and planting, no cultivating. I'm just guessing, we're gonna get, we're supposed to get more, so that is, I don't want to guess now, I don't want to sound stupid, I don't know what to expect, but I'm guessing we're going to get to 3747. Ach, not the 37, the 6000, the same as the other one. We should get to 6813. That's my guess where we're going to end. Just makes sense to actually end up there. We've got 80% more on that harvest. That was very interesting. And what do you know, guys? Was there ever any doubt? Farmer Bob, you are a genius to figure all this stuff out. That is crazy, guys. 6813. Does that number sound familiar to you? It does. Surely sounds familiar to me. 6813, guys. 6813. So, what did I tell you? 6813. 6813. We enter there. So we don't even have to bother working out anything. It's 81%. If we take 6813, just to make sure we are right, 6813 minus 3747, that is 3066 is the difference. Put it in there, we know that's correct. So, and then we take 3066 divided by 3747 times by 100 gives you 81.82%. The same draw, guys, 81%. Okay, wonderful, man. Look at that. Well, guys, I think we've basically nailed the script of the game on the head. Nailed the nail on the head. I think that's what we've done. Figured out how this thing operates and works. And we have all the proof to actually show how it works. So my guess is that 3 numbers here is going to stay the same. We're going to do the test anyway, just for for fun's sake, you know. And then lastly, I was thinking of adding some more tests here with the fertilizing stages. If you only fertilize once, what is your result? If you only fertilize twice, what is your result? And if you do all three, we already have there. All right. Good, man, good. So that will conclude our testing. But for now, let's just save our work. All right, guys. So here we are. We've done most of our tests so far, and let's just look at our next one that we need to do. It's the plow, 3-stage fertilize, cultivate, and plant. So the full house, whatever we need to do, we're going to do. Our previous one we just didn't cultivate, but as I said, I'm suspecting 6813 is going to be the roof of it. So that the next two tests I estimated they're going to be the same, but let's just do them and see. Let's not just estimate. Alright, let's just look at our field where we left off. Our field fruit type growth is obviously harvested, and soil composition is not fertilized. Alright, so without further ado, let us escape that. And then it's not fertilized, so we are going to do this 3-stage fertilize. So firstly, we're going to do the full workout now, is it? I'm confused myself now. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we're going to do the full workout. All right. Okay, so plow first, guys. Plow first. Back into our small plow. Here we go. All the wrong buttons today, Farmer Bob. Nevertheless, guys, let's get going. Right, first waypoint. There you go. All the way down there. Let's make sure my headset is recording. Excellent. Good, man. As I explained earlier on, guys, if you I'm just going to get this way. If you look at the way this plow is throwing the soil, it's throwing it from left to right, causing the furrows. Now, our previous run on the right of us, that we came up the field, threw it this way. So it keeps on throwing it to the left, which means that we are moving this whole field. The topsoil is moving to the left at the moment. So in real life, that's a big challenge for any farmer to keep track of how he is plowing his field, because he's constantly moving his topsoil around, you know. So yeah, it's very important to realize that this year you have to put it this way, and next year you have to do it that way, you know, because otherwise you'll end up with your field moving to the one side, or you cause unevenness in your field if you would do 2 rows going different ways. You know, you're going to cause a hollow area, and water will dam up there into flooding your crop and all kinds of things. So that's quite important to realize. Look at it, it's now throwing the soil to the right, which is the correct way, because you want to always throw the soil in the same direction in the same year. So next year you'll be plowing the other way, you know, to throw the soil back again. So we move it the width of one plow this year, and next year we move it that width back. Just an interesting thought, guys, for those of you that never realized that. Just something that I know, because I've been plowing myself, my own fields on our farm many years back, you know. So yeah, it's always a constant concern, you know, which way the field has been plowed last year. Great. What I'm also going to do, guys, I'm going to just plow this field, and then we're going to just not time lapse, but forward time till the next morning, and we'll do the fertilizing and planting next morning. So I want to keep consistency, you know. Alright, so of course we just need to grab our little piece again. Oh, I've actually made a mistake now. But anyways, doesn't matter. Luckily we are catching the whole width of the field, which is good. I actually didn't make a mistake. It is still casting it to the left. It doesn't matter. I've just interrupted courseplay, you know. So yeah. I suppose in the game it doesn't really matter, because you're not really plowing soil. You're just changing the way the 2D image looks. That's all that's happening. Oh my word. Right, we can quickly just verify that our soil is now supposed to be plowed. Now it is plowed because it's brown. Sorry guys. Definitely done right. If it's brown, it means it doesn't need plowing, and that's what we want. Sorry. A wrong E button. The one is enter and the other one is E. Alright, so I suppose we can just time forward till... Oh, I forgot to do that little piece. Let's just do it before we time forward. Consistency is the key to our good results, guys. That's what we don't want to change anything about it. Just keep going, keep going. Right, now we are ready, guys. I hope you agree for our next test in the morning. So we just time forward till the morning. Great. Hope you didn't hear my cell phone. Just on a mute that thing, because otherwise it will be totally wasting our time and fooling us around. Okay. So next thing will be fertilizing, guys. Fertilizing. Oh, spraying. Sorry, don't have a fertilizer. Got a sprayer. Same thing. It is a fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. Great, man. Once again, we're spraying the whole field for fun. Way more than we need to. But it's fun using this huge machine, guys. That's what it is about. And it is a nice looking crop sprayer, guys. Wow, man, it's a nice tool, this. Alright, as you can see, it is definitely fertilizing there on the right. Great job, man. That is what we want to see, guys. Great job. Oh. Okay, so now if we look at our little field, it's the first stage of fertilizing. There it is, light blue. All right, wonderful. Now we can do the seeding or the planting, whatever you want to call it. And once again, I hope I don't take the sign out again. Keep on doing that. It's lined up nicely here. That should be good enough. Oh, I can't do the seeding yet. Sorry guys. Almost made a mistake. Almost made a mistake. We must do the... I'm not going to put this away too far, but we must do the cultivating first. Right guys, so without further ado, let's just get to our cultivator, get that going. This little sign just, it's not its day today. Alright, let's get going, man. There you go. Okay. So our first stage fertilizer is gone. There it is. Now it's cultivating. And then we can send up our plow eventually. In full workup. All the field work that's been done or need to be done is now done. Suppose I'll just let it run ahead a little bit. Good. I think that's good enough. Hope so. And then we're going to do the 12-hour shifts again for the fertilizer. I'm not too sure yet if it's 8 hours or 12 hours now when you do the 3 stages, but we're going to check. Stop this driver because it's totally getting confused. Oh my word. Just in time. That was a good catch there, guys. Right, so we've sowed our next test. Now we're going to just do a little bit of a time lapse. And then obviously just check the fertilizer. I think we'll just do an 8 hour and see if it's enough time for a second stage. I'm just scared that we forward too far and then we miss one stage, you know. That's going to be very sad. Okay. Right, so here we go, guys. 7 o'clock till 3 o'clock. It's another 8 hours, so let's just do that. Let's verify our field condition. It is now, soil growth is now green and our fertilizer is still blue. So let's just do an 8 hour forward. Right, very nice. It's raining. What a bummer. Well, we've already proved, luckily, that it doesn't really matter whether it's raining or not. Only sad thing is I don't like to spray liquid fertilizer in the rain, which is obviously not a good thing. Let's just forward. It's 9 hours, 10 hours, my word, 11 hours. I wonder, yeah, I'm not going to push it more than that, so let us do it here. We'll immediately see if it's accepting the fertilizer. If I look at the ground anyway, it looks a bit pale, you know, so yeah, it will definitely accept the fertilizer stage, I mean the next stage. It will actually be interesting to just monitor the ground, guys. If you look at the color, it's like whitish, palish, and then as soon as it's starting to spray, it's going to definitely change color. Yep, it does. Right, and if we now go to this, it should go your blue again. Alright, so good stuff, man, it's working. And our Ploughing, our little seedlings, is still just sprouted and just started growing. So yeah, it is good to spray. I think you can also see in the game, you know, on the growth stages, you might recognize the three different. There's actually, I think, 4 growth stages. From nothing to little sprouts, and then a little bit bigger, and then I think the third one is the flowering or whatever, and then lastly it's the right condition. Alright, so now let's have a look. Stop here. Yeah, just almost turned too far too quickly. Alright, okay. I want to just forward the time now, this time, and have a look at the soil, when the soil changes, roughly, you know, how many hours. Because like I said, the soil changes color, and then you know it's time for the next stage. So yeah, it's really interesting just to throw that in there, you know, into all this weird stuff. Good, man, good. So now our soil is darker and it's 6 o'clock, so I'm going to go to 12 o'clock and have a look. My word, there's no way I can see in the dark. I must put on my headlight. I don't know if we've missed it now already. Okay. But anyway, the seedlings haven't really grown much. Or have they moved up a stage? I could say they did, but hard to say. Anyways, let's forward some more. There you go. I'm going to go to 6. Just have a look. Our fertilizer is now definitely blue. And maybe I should go to 7. Just like that, and see. As long as the field's not getting ready for harvest now. Okay. That's what I'm not sure of, guys. I'm just taking a chance. Alright, so our third stage of fertilizing going in. Would have actually been nice to do that second one in the day, you know, just to get an idea. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It should accept it now, so let's have a look. You can see the soil is white, palish again. It's the only crazy thing about this sprayer is this long wait for it to unfold. And yes, it is accepting. Definitely darker color. Alright, so which means that it should be dark blue now. There it is. Alright, so we've done our 3 stages. Good stuff. And then we can forward lastly to see how long it takes to get ready for harvest. Tell you one thing, this soil on this side has been fertilized and fertilized and fertilized. Oh my word. Okay, let's just give it a sec this time. I don't want to hook the tree again, you know. I think that was enough. Right. Let's take a drive inside the nice Johnny dear Johnny. I say it's quite pleasant in here. Right, so lastly, let's just see how long we're going to have to wait for these guys to get ready. No, no, listen, we just made that last one. It was really touch and go, guys. It was really touch and go. Oh my gosh, growth. Oh, it's not, all of them is not ready to harvest, so we can forward a little bit, maybe to 11 o'clock and see. There you go, it's better. Alright, so back to our harvester, and let the truth be told, guys. Let the truth be told. Harvest is empty, good stuff. So we will definitely have the advantage there. Right, so let's leave it alone. I'm guesstimating, guys, 6813 is the lucky number. Oh well, I say the inevitable. unless we've missed one of those stages of fertilizer or we were too late. It looked like we made it, but this last one just felt to me, that was really close call. I think in real life it was way too late in any ways, because the crops were almost ready for harvest anyway. But in the game, I think there's maybe a lot of leeway for error. Great. Okay, guys. I think the inevitable has just proved itself once again. 6813 on the spot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think to do the last test will be a complete waste of time. Of course, we can clearly see where that is going. What I want to do though is put your attention on the extra tests that I've added here. Well, it would be interesting to see, although I don't see it's going to make a difference to ploughing, but let's just do it so we can know. But I've added these two tests here. The only difference is this one we're only going to do the first stage of fertilizer and then the second stage. We're not going to do the third stage, and then we will obviously have a different result there, hopefully. So we can now put in our 6813 in there, and there you go, guys. Well, guys, so thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of the second part. Be sure to watch the third part, which is the last part of this fertilizing and cultivating test. And yeah, we've sure learned a lot, and it was very exciting so far. But this is Farmer Bob saying thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Cheers.